Okay, Zaneta, you can start.
Miss. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all in a good condition. Hello, my name is Zaneta Natalia Arif as the host of today's Pesat Speaks Up. We are here to watch an amazing performance of Group 7 and Group 8. But today, I'm not alone. I'm here with my partner, Dennis William, as the moderator. And I'm going to pass this meeting to William. Please, William, take over this meeting.
Thank you, Zaneta, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to the 4th week of Pesat Speak Up. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. First of all, I would like to thank our participants for joining our Pesat Speaks Up. Special thank you to the Honorable Miss Afra Fitriani, SSMPD, as the Vice Principal of Public Relations at SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, and Mr. Iwan Sutiawan, SPD, as the educator and English teacher of SMA Plus PGRI Cibinong, and Ms. Lariska Saptiani, SPD, as the homeroom teacher of Pioneer class, and all the beloved teachers and parents that gets to join with us today. All right, before we move to the presentation of each group, let me introduce myself. My name is Dennis William Situmorang. You can call me William or Dennis. I'm from 10th grade Science Unggulan 1, and I will be your moderator for this week's Pesat Speaks Up. And today we have two groups with interesting topics. They are Group 7 and Group 8. In Group 7, we have Jasmine Nabila Putri as the leader of Group 7, Muhammad Fairuz Arkana and Shafira Ashaumi as the members of Group 7. Group 7 will bring a topic about Bogor taro cake. Can't wait to hear about Bogor's dessert. In Group 4, we have Muhammad Faiz Alfangi as the leader of Group 8, Muhammad Fakih Adiputra and Sabita Yuchina Vieza as the members of Group 8. Group 8 will bring a topic about vaccine. I'm excited to see that one. I hope everyone are excited and curious to listen to each group's topics. Let's don't waste any more time. Group 7, the time and place is yours.
Okay, thank you, William, for the introduction first, and then Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. And today in Pesat Speak Up, we will present with about Bolu Talas Bogor. Next slide, please. And I will introduce myself first. My name is Jasmine Nabila Putri. And in this Pesat Speak Up, I'm not alone. I'm here with my friends.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Fairuz Arkana.
And hello, my name is Shafira Ashaumi.
Okay, next slide, please. And about the subtopic for today, I'm going to explain about what is taro Bogor cake. Second, history of taro Bogor cake. And third, there is basic ingredients for taro Bogor cake. Fourth, how to make taro cake. Fifth, there is nutrition. And last but not least, the benefits. Okay, first, what is taro Bogor cake? Taro Bogor cake is a taro root dish, mix other materials, a sandwich plate containing a special line of Bogor, mixed with plain flour and other materials. It was the taro flour that distinguished the aroma, taste, and texture of this Bogor sandwich, rather than that of the common sponge. Next slide, please. And then let's move to the history taro Bogor. Looking at its story, it's been more than 8 years old in Bogor's arm. Starting in 2011, this food chain began with the pioneer's idea, Rizka Robandona revelation, to provide a gift typical to the Renli city using taro as a base. We want to make something different. I'm the Surabaya guy. When Surabaya has a Surabaya layer, and you think about it, why didn't you use Bogor's? And then we start to experimenting, and then she relates with 500,000 rupiah as a deposit, and a prescription from his mother, and a piece of cake borrowed from his father-in-law. Rizka began to experimenting with layered cakes. Early in the game, this layer of layered cake was passed from mouth to mouth until it became widely known. At first, we promoted to our neighbor, and then they liked it. In fact, they helped to promote my homemade layer of taro. Rizka relates. December 2011, Rizka opened his first outlet on 4th Street, Saleh Iskandar Bogor. As a culinary product with new innovation, introducing this layer of taro would be a major challenge for Rizka. A major challenge in running this business is the education that we have. Not going to be a legit layer of Surabaya layer, he said. Hence, Rizka continued to enhance the brand awareness of this hybrid Bogor skin. We also continue to enhance the brand awareness of the Sangas first and greatest online in its bill, he said. Now, the layer of Bogor Sangkuriang also has outlet on Pajajaran Street at the top. And for the next presentation, I will give this to my friends. Fira.
Thank you, Jasmine. So, basic ingredient for taro. Taro is the basic ingredient of this cake. Taro is popular bread that serves as a mixture of food and drink. The Thales, Colocasia esculenta, are a fairly important Umbian plant, took to be native to Southeast and or Southern Central Asia. The Thales are thought to have been cultivated by men from ancient times, even in the days prior to man's plating of rice. In Indonesia, Thales are popular in almost all areas. The taro used for cake is the glutinous Thales. Thales Bogor to that are still found in many places in around Bogor. In places frequented by tourists, it was easy to spot merchants offering Thales Bogor. It is usually in the form of a rope that some leafless thales are tied together by a bamboo or regular rope. The texture has a rather sticky, steamy finish, soft and firm. Its features slightly purple, have a slightly red base, light green, and often make numerous suits. Let's take a move to how to make a simple taro Bogor cake. Before you make, you will need the ingredients. First, 100 grams taro flour. Second, 100 grams wheat flour. Third, 150 grams sugar. Fourth, 1 tsp SP. Fifth, 3 eggs. 6, 2 TBSP powdered milk. 7, TSP baking powder. 8, 125 grams butter margarine melted, and you need some Sufjan's yellow and purple to color it, and also some toppings like Sufjan's buttercream or grated cheese. And next, my partner is Fairuz.
Okay, thank you, Fira, for the amazing presentation. Okay, and this is step by step to make a simple taro Bogor cake. The first, mix taro flour with flour, baking powder, and milk powder. Stir well, set aside. And second, mix eggs, sugar, SP until thick, lower the speed, add the flour little by little, mix well again, add butter margarine, then stir back with a spatula until evenly distributed. The third, divide the dough into two, each given yellow and purple coloring, heat the steamer, pour the yellow mixture into a baking sheet that has been lined with baking paper or margarine. Steam 15 minutes, then pour the purple mixture. Steam again for 20 minutes, remove the pan from the steamer, wet until cool, remove from the tin. 4. Grease the surface of the cake with buttercream and grated cheese. Then cut according to the taste. And this Bogor taro cake has a nutritional content that is no less good, The first about superior nutrition. The first about vitamin B2, about 60%. The copper about 25%, and the potassium about 11%. And the nutrition summary about energy, proteins about 1.50 grams, and the fats about 0.30 gram, and the carbohydrates about 28.20 gram. And the last is benefits. The first, coping with digestive problems. Second, increasing bone strength. Third, it prevents heart disease and cancer. Fourth, it's rich in antioxidant. Fifth, improving heart health.
There is no sound.
Di Kota Bogor,
Oke, ada sekarang.
datang rela mengantri berjam-jam demi membawa pulang kue ini.
Itu kan apa sih rasanya tuh lembut ya, enak banget rasanya, makanya bakal ketagihan terus lah kalau makan.
Lapis Bogor Sangkuriang salah satu produsen kue yang outletnya selalu dijejali pembeli. Dirintis oleh Rizka Romadona yang jeli memilih Talas sebagai peluang bisnis.
Talasnya ini kenapa saya pilih Talas, karena Talas ini juga salah satu ikon Bogor gitu. Kalau misalnya kita jalan-jalan di pinggir-pinggir jalan Bogor tuh kan banyak banget orang jualan Talas gitu, tapi hanya dalam umbinya aja gitu kan. Kenapa nggak kita buat sesuatu makanan yang langsung siap saji gitu dan modern gitu, sehingga ya buatlah Lapis Bogor.
Talas banyak ditemui di Bogor, salah satu jenis ubi yang kaya vitamin dan mineral.
Ide dasarnya karena Bogor ini kota pariwisata gitu ya, akhirnya kepikiran kenapa nggak bikin oleh-oleh gitu. Kalau di Surabaya ada lapis Surabaya, kenapa saya nggak buat lapis Bogor di Bogor gitu kan. Akhirnya saya coba buat lapis Bogor dengan bahan dasarnya adalah dari tepung Talas gitu.
Proses produksinya sekitar 45 menit, mulai dari mencampurkan tepung, telur, susu, dan saripati Talas. Semua bahan dimasukkan ke dalam mixer agar menyatu. Adonan kemudian dikukus selama 10 hingga 45 menit. Uniknya, Talas yang identik dengan warna putih justru memiliki serat yang memunculkan warna keunguan. Alhasil, kue pun tampil cantik dengan kombinasi warna ungu dan kuning ditambahkan taburan keju di atasnya.
Okay, so that's all presentation from our group. I hope it's useful for all of you. And then I will give this to the moderator. Thank you.
Alrighty, Group 7. That was a really good culinary presentation. I don't know that Bogor has such a delicious dessert. I think after we talk about Bogor taro cake, we'll move on to the next topic that Group 8 already prepared for us. Group 8, time and place is yours.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Willem. I'm taking it from here. Wait. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Hello, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Muhammad Faiz Alfanji from Group 8.
My name is Abita Yusina Feza.
Muhammad Fakir Putra.
And we are here. We are going to talk about vaccine. Okay. Well, there are several things that we are going to talk about vaccine is type of vaccine, side effects, and fake news. The first one, type of vaccine. Okay, so today I want to talk about type of vaccine. I mean the international one, not the local use. Okay, so there are several types of vaccine in the world, like AstraZeneca, Pfizer, Moderna, and Sputnik. So how about it in Indonesia? Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. The text. Okay, let me repeat. So how about it in Indonesia? Well, we don't use it because we are using some Chinese vaccine. But if we want to go to other country, we need to take one of them as a third vaccine or well known as a booster. Every vaccine have their own advantage, but also have their own major issues. Am I sharing right now?
Yes. but it's not full screen yet.
I'm sorry. There are some problem here. I'm sorry. Wait. Oh, finally. Okay. I'm really sorry. There's some problem here.
And that works. Yeah.
Okay, it's worked. It's
I'm
okay.
sorry, Miss. It's a little bit laggy here.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, I'm sorry. Continue. Can you see the picture?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm continue. Where I love it. Okay, as well known as a booster. Okay, every vaccine have their own advantage, but also have their own major issues. Like AstraZeneca that caused the biggest deaths of COVID-19 vaccine side effect. But AstraZeneca already used around the world, so let's keep it positive that AstraZeneca helps people, not killing them. Well, AstraZeneca is a vaccine for preventing coronavirus disease 2019, or we call it as COVID-19. In people aged 18 years and older, COVID-19 is caused by SARS-CoV-2 virus. AstraZeneca is made up of another virus that has been modified to contain gene for making a protein from SARS-CoV-2. Then we are going to talk about the Pfizer. Based on evidence from clinical trials in people 16 years and older, the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine was 95% effective at preventing laboratory confirmed infection with the virus that causes COVID-19 in people who received 2 doses and had no evidence of being previously infected. In clinical trials, the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine was also highly effective in preventing laboratory confirmed COVID-19 infection in adolescents 12 to 15 years old, and immune response in people 12 to 15 years old was at least as strong as the immune response in people 16 to 25 years old. After that, Moderna. Based on evidence from clinical trials in people aged 18 years and older, the Moderna vaccine was 94.1% effective at preventing laboratory confirmed COVID-19. It's like the Pfizer, but it's designed to get used to older people. So it's basically the Pfizer, but for older people. Then the vaccine was also highly effective in clinical trials at preventing COVID-19 among people of diverse age, gender, race, and ethnically categories, and among people with underlying medical condition. And finally, maybe you never heard this vaccine, but there are some countries that using it. The Russian COVID-19 vaccine Sputnik 5 is an adenoviral-based two-part vaccine against the SARS-CoV-2 by the Russian government. Initially produced in Russia, Sputnik 5 used a vegan virus to deliver small parts of pathogen and stimulate an immune response. And maybe some of you might be asking how the vaccine works. To answer your question, I'll play a video so it might be answer your question. Okay. Wait. Oh, not again. I'm sorry.
Process, encouraging the immune system to make antibodies without us having to go through the illness. Some of the leading SARS-CoV-2 vaccine candidates are mRNA vaccines, based on incorporating the genetic blueprint for the key spike protein on the virus surface.
You can hear the sound, but the picture doesn't work. The video, it doesn't work. Just hear the sound.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm playing it at 4K resolution. Maybe because of that, it won't play. Okay, now can you see it?
Also,
After we have been
it
exposed,
doesn't work. It's okay, Faiz. Maybe we can go on to the next presentation. I mean, the next presenter. It's okay. You can play in the end of the presentation.
Okay, I'm really sorry about that.
Never mind.
Okay. Okay, that's all from me. So now I'm gonna pass the next session to Bita. Bita, you can take it from here.
Okay, thank you, Faiz. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, everyone. My name is Habita Yashana Faiza, and I will explain about the side effect of COVID-19 vaccine. The first is AstraZeneca vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect after administration of the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine are pain of discomfort at the injection site, to the touch, warmth, erythema, and swelling at the injection site. The overall benefit of the vaccine remains positive as protection against COVID-19. And the second is Moderna vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect associated with the Moderna vaccine, there are pain at the injection site, headache, muscle ache, joint pain, swollen lymph node in the same arm as the injection, and fever. Call your health care provider immediately if symptoms last more than 3 days or if a more severe reaction occurs. And the third is Pfizer vaccine. There are several possible side effects of the Pfizer vaccine, including lesser allergic reactions such as rash, itching, hives, or swelling of the face. The above condition may occur after the Pfizer vaccine, but not all of them are caused by vaccination. There could be other underlying conditions. And the fourth one is the Sputnik vaccine. In general, there are several side effects that can occur after the injection of the COVID-19 vaccine. There are headache, pain, redness, or swelling at the injection site, fever or muscle ache, nausea. Check with your doctor if the side effects above don't go away or get worse. And here, how to deal with the side effect. The first one is immediately compress with the painful injection are using cold water and clean clothes to reduce inflammation. Get enough sleep after the vaccine. If sleepy, do not do strenuous activities or a while until the symptoms completely subside. That's all my explanation about the side effect of COVID-19 vaccine. Then I will give this presentation to Fakih. For Fakih, presentation is yours.
Thank you, Bita. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I will discuss about fox news during the pandemic, and I will give tips to avoid the fox news. Have you ever heard about fox news during the pandemic? And for sure that many of you have heard of hoaxes about COVID-19 because there have been so many hoaxes spread in Indonesia and in other countries. I will give you one of the famous hoaxes. One of them, there is a microchip in the AstraZeneca and Pfizer vaccine. The post is said to show a woman showing her arm having a magnetic reaction after receiving Pfizer vaccine. The woman pointed out that the magnet was attached to the arm of the injection site, while the other arm was not. She also warned against vaccination. As reported by AFP, medical experts called the photo nothing more than a conspiracy theory about disinformation about the COVID-19. After we know one of the hoax news, I will give tips to avoid hoax news. The first is that we must be careful with the provocative news titles, because usually hoax news use provocative titles to get purpose of hoax news maker. The second, if it comes from a site that has not been verified as an official press institution, for example, using a blog, the information cannot be trusted completely and we have to check again on the verified site or website. The third, check the authenticity of the photo. How to check the authenticity of the photo can be by using Google search, namely by drag and drop to the Google image. The search result will present similar image found on the internet so that they can be compared. I think that's all from me. I will give it back to Faiz.
Okay, I'm taking it from here. Okay, I think that's all from us. So thank you for listening us, and I'll give it back to moderator.
All right. Thank you, Group 8, for the great presentation about vaccine. It's all right that y'all make mistake. It's okay. I'm really sure with that presentation, we get to know types of vaccines, side effects, and the fake news about vaccines. With the Group 7 presenting about Bogor Taro cake and Group 8 presenting about vaccine, I hope everyone learned a couple new things today. So, the part that everyone have been waiting for, Q&A section. There are two Q&A sections. First one, Q&A is Q&A only for the presenters from Group 7 and Group 8. So they can ask each other's topics. And then there's a second one, is an open Q&A. All the participants, teachers, and parents that joins today's PESAT Speaks Up have a chance to ask any questions to each presenter from each Group 7 and Group 8. If you want to ask any questions to the group, don't forget to raise your hand, turn on your mic, and introduce yourself. If you're a student, don't forget to mention your name and class, please. But for teachers or parents that get to join, just mention your name. All right, let's get on with our first Q&A section. Group 7 and Group 8, go ahead and ask the questions you have prepared for each other. Maximum 2 questions for each group. So who wants to ask a question first?
Okay, can I ask?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, hello, my name is Jasmine Nabila Putri. I'm from Group 7 and I want to ask to Group 8. So the question is, I have heard of variant COVID-19 which immune to vaccine. So what's your opinion about that? Thank you.
Okay, so Group 8, Jasmine from Group 7 asked, so she knows that there's a type of variant of vaccines. And what's your opinion on it, Group 8? Please give me your answer.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
I'll repeat it again. Jasmine said, you know there's a type of vaccines, and she wants to give your opinion on it. That's what she asked.
Okay. Thank you, William. Okay, I'm Muhammad Faisal Fanji from Group 8, and I will answer that question. Oh, so there are several type of vaccines. So there are Pfizer, Moderna, and then Sputnik, and then AstraZeneca. And there are, in Indonesia, we have some like Sinovac and Sinopharm. It's a Chinese vaccine. All of that vaccine contains a COVID-19 virus that maybe it will help people that to gain their immune to fight against the COVID-19. But there are some several difference like the side effects and then the major issues like AstraZeneca that makes the biggest death of the COVID-19 virus. So every vaccine is the same. They are supposed to do the same thing, but with a different way. I think that's it from me. Is that good enough for you?
Okay, Jasmine, from Group 7, is that good enough for you?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Any more questions? from each group 7 and group 8? Anybody?
Can I ask? Oh, okay. You go first.
Okay.
Oh, Virus. Okay, go on.
Okay. I'm Muhammad Faris Arkana from group 7. I want to ask about to group 8 about vaccine. My question is, will the COVID-19 vaccine provide long-term protection?
Okay, so that's your question. Thank you, Virus. So group 8, Virus said, does the vaccines have a long-term protection of COVID-19? That's the question of group 7.
Okay.
Can I answer?
Oh, yes, go ahead.
Hello, my name is Mafaki. I'm from group 8. The answer is still uncertain, but it's possible the vaccine does not provide long-term immunity.
Okay, so that's your answer. All right. Is that clear enough, Virus from group 7?
Yes, clear. Thanks.
Okay. Any more questions? Group 8, seems like you guys didn't give any questions yet.
Okay, I'm gonna ask some question to group 7.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, is there any other famous food besides lapis talas in Bogor? Thank you.
Okay, so group 7, Faiz from group 8 said, is there any other famous food other than talas in Bogor? I think that's his question.
Okay, I will answer the question. Okay, so in Bogor is famous for its culinary too, right? And then there are so many culinary in Bogor, and I will tell about it. So there is famous food in Bogor too, like Bogor asinan, Bogor shake noodles, and Cilembu roast sweet potato.
Okay. Right. Sorry for interrupting you. Okay, that's the answer. Is that good enough for you, Vice, from group 8?
Yes, it's very good. Thank you.
Okay, one more question from group 8. Go on.
Okay, can I?
Sure, go ahead.
My name is Abita Jana Feza from group 8. I will give my question to group 7. And my question is, what makes lapis talas Bogor become one of the famous food in Bogor? Thank you.
Okay, so group 7, I believe that Sabita from group 8 asked, what makes Talas Bogor famous? I think that's the question. Go ahead, group 7.
Okay, hello, my name is Shafira Shalmi. I will answer it. The first one is obvious. It can be found at the Sangkuran outlet. But apart from the Sangkuran outlet, which already famous, there is also another Bogor taro cake shop, which tastes good and is certainly affordable.
Right. Is that clear enough for you, group 8?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so, all right, with the first Q&A section done, we're gonna move to the part that everyone have been waiting for, open Q&A. I would like to remind you one more time, if you want to ask any question for group 7 and group 8, don't forget to raise your hand. Just put your question down below on the chat box. All right, let's get the open Q&A started. All right, so Naskia, raise hand first. Naskia, go ahead, give your question. Open your mic.
All right. So hello everyone, my name is Naskia. I am from the group 1. I want to ask the vaccine team. You guys talk about the fake news. What do you think? How do you know the differences between the fake news and the real news about the vaccine? So yeah, that's my question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Naskia. I believe this is for group 8. So the question she's asking for you, group 8, how you know the difference between fake news and real news about vaccine? I believe that's what she asked. Go ahead, group 8.
Okay. Can I answer?
Yes, go ahead.
The answer is we can check the news on verified sites such as the Cominfo website.
Is that clear enough for you, Naskia?
All right, that's clear enough for me. Thank you.
Okay, before we move to the next question, I would like to remind all of you to fill the link, the attendance link in the chat box, so everyone can click the link and fill it. Okay, let's go to the next question. Elle, open your mic. Go ahead, ask your question.
Hello, my name is Otmiel and I am from group 3. My question is, if the people get vaccine dose 1 as dose 2, why people must get vaccine dose 3, and how your opinion?
Okay, I will believe group 8, I believe Otmiel asked why people have to get dose 1, dose 2, and dose 3. What's your opinion on it, group 8? Give your opinion.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
I believe he said something about, I'm sorry, can you repeat it again? Because
Sure, if people get vaccine dose 1 and 2, must he or she get vaccine dose 3, and why? And expose about your opinion.
Okay, is that clear enough for you, group 8?
Okay, that's clear enough. Okay, I'm Muhammad Faisal Fanjit from group 8 and I will answer that question. So you are asking the third vaccine dose. Well, everyone don't need to take the third one because it just a booster. If you want to go to another country or maybe to Europe or maybe to America, you need to take that because why? They are using the international version of the vaccine like the Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca, or Sputnik. But in our country, we are using the Chinese. So in the international, we are in the world, we are not using the Chinese vaccine everywhere. So we need to take the international ones. Okay, is that good enough for you?
I like your explanation. It's very clear. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you from group 8 for answering the question. All right. Next question from Nadine. What's your question? Go ahead. Open your mic.
My name is Nadine Safira Shifasmogo. I am from group 3 and I have a question for group 8. So are there any possibility we got COVID after vaccine?
Okay, thank you, Nadine, for the question. I believe group 8, Nadine asked, are there any possibilities we get COVID after vaccine? That's the question. Go ahead, group 8.
Okay, I will answer that question. My name is Abita Ishana Feza, and I think the answer is yes, because there is a possible to get COVID-19 after the vaccine, because this vaccine is only to increase immunity against COVID-19. That's clear?
Is that clear enough for you, Nadine?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's move ahead to the next question from Umar Dwiar Maludin. Go ahead, Umar. Ask your question.
Okay. So like you said, there's many versions of vaccines and everything. So if someone is thinking about using a booster, maybe he's going out of seas, like you said, is it okay if we use a different type of vaccine for the booster? Thank you.
Okay. Group 8, is that clear enough? The question from Umar?
Okay, that's clear enough. I'm gonna answer that. I'm Muhammad Wahid Alfanji from group 8. And well, you must choose one of them. Maybe you want a Pfizer, AstraZeneca, or something else. But you can't take not their dose of booster. So you just take once and it's up to you what booster you want. Is that clear enough?
Yes, thank you.
Right, thank you, Group N, once again for answering the questions. Right, Isaura Febriani, go ahead, give your question.
Okay, hello, I'm Isaura and I'm from group 4 and I wanna ask to group 7. So is there any other flavor that many visitors like except taro?
Okay, group 7, I believe Isaura said, is there any flavor that many visitors like except taro? Go ahead, group 7, give an answer.
Okay, I'm Jasmine from group 7, and actually for taro Talas Bogor cake is the most famous, and besides that, it's not really that people like it. And yeah, I will just tell about the most people likes in Taro Bogor cake. So it's just with additional topping cheese, and then there's corn, honey corn, and then pandan. Just that. Oh, thank you.
All right, thank you, Jasmine. Isaura Febriani, is that clear enough for you?
Okay, that's clear enough. Thank you.
All right. Next question from Kyla. Kyla, go ahead, give a question.
Okay, thank you. Hello, I am Kyla Merafadini from group 5. So I have a question for group 7. The question is, have you ever bought lapis Bogor cake? And what do you think about the best taste and why? Thank you.
Okay, group 7, is that clear enough? The question from Kyla?
Okay, hello, my name is Shafira.
Okay,
Because the original taste is natural and there is additional cheese.
all right, so that's the answer from Fira. Is that clear enough for you, Kyla?
Yeah, it's clear now. Thank you.
Okay, before we move to the next question again, I will remind you guys one more time. Please fill the attendance link on the chat box and thank you. All right, let's move to the next question. Amanda, what's your question? Go ahead.
Yes. My name is Amanda Wiyanti Darmoijaya from Group 5. So I want to ask question for Group 7, Vice Group. My question is, there are some people who already get vaccine, but some of them get different side effects that we usually get. In your opinion, or according to you, why does that happen?
Okay, thank you, Amanda. Group 8, is that clear enough? Go ahead and give your answer if that's clear enough. Group 8?
All right, I'm gonna answer that. Okay, hi, my name is Mohammed Ghazal Panji from Group 8. So you're asking about side effects, right? Okay, maybe you get some side effects because your body reacts to the vaccine. But like there are several things that you can take, but other people can take. But there are several things too in other people that they can't take it, but you can take it. So it's up to the immunity of your body. It's up to your body, but not to the vaccine. Is that clear enough to you?
Yes. Thank you, Vice.
Right. Okay, let's move to the next question from Via Azara Fauzia. Right, go ahead.
Hello, can you hear my voice?
Yeah.
My name is Via. I'm from Group 11. I want to ask, what does make taro cake so famous? Is there any special marketing? Thank you.
Okay, Group 7, go ahead. Give your answer.
I'm Jasmine, and I will answer the question. Actually, there's no something special marketing, and the make Taro Bogor cake is famous because each high of carbohydrate content and Talas diets also has a good stomach for snack. And besides the delicious taste, in this cake, it's contain rich vitamin and mineral. Okay, that's enough.
Okay, thank you. Is that clear enough for you, Thea?
Yes, it's clear enough. Thank you.
Right. Okay, is there any more questions from maybe teachers? Okay, Umar again. Umar, go ahead and give your question.
There's a question for group 7, I think, yeah. Because there might be a lot of people who likes lapis talas or the taro cake. So I just want to ask, are these cakes marketed or sold in other places besides in Bogor?
Okay, thank you, Umar. What's the question again? For what group? Group
7.
Group 7. Group 7, is that clear enough from Umar? If that's clear enough, go ahead and answer the question.
Okay, Jasmine again, and I will answer the question. So first, one is obvious, it can be found at Sangkuriang outlet, but apart from the Sangkuriang outlet, which already famous, there is also another Bogor Taro cake shop in another city, and there's so many, right? And of course, the taste is the same, and it's good, and it's certainly affordable. Thank you.
Okay, is that clear enough for you, Umar?
Yeah, that's very clear. Thank you, Jasmine.
Okay. Ucha, Isaura, go ahead and give your question.
Okay, I'm Isaura from Group 4, and I wanna ask for Group 8. So there are several vaccines for COVID-19. For example, is Moderna or Sinovac and Attends. Then what's the difference between all those vaccines?
Okay, thank you, Isaura. Faiz, is that clear enough? Go ahead.
Yes, that's clear enough. Okay, I'm gonna answer it. I'm Muhammad Faisal Fanzi from Group 8, and well, you're asking that. So the difference is the country that made it, the corporation, and the side effects. Maybe in this vaccine you got some fever or maybe just a headache, but in this vaccine you maybe get worse than that or maybe lighter than that. We don't know about that. It's up to your body and the vaccine. Okay, is that clear enough?
Okay, that's clear enough. Thank you.
All right. Any more questions, either from the participants, teachers, or any parents that gets to join? Hello? Anybody want to give any questions? Okay. Oh, from Miss Sri Wilujam, I want to ask for Group 8. How do vaccines work in the human body? Thank you for the question, Mr. Sri Wilujam. Go ahead, Group 8. Answer the question.
I'm sorry about that. I can't play the video, but maybe I can explain to you. So how the vaccine work in the human body. By the way, my name is Mohamed Faiz. Okay. So there are vegan virus. They are injected to the human body. So the vegan virus makes like a shield to human body. So human body are used to it. Then the human body can fight the virus with it, with their own immunity. And I think that's how the vaccine works. Is that clear enough, Miss?
Is that clear enough, Miss Sri Wilujam?
Okay, thank you, Faiz.
Okay. Again, a question from Zafir Arik. Zafir Arik, go ahead and give your question.
Okay. Hello, my name is Zafir Arik Ashiki from Group 12. I have a question for Group 7. The question is, have you ever bought taro cake? What do you think is the best taste and why?
Okay, for Group 7, I believe Zafir Arik said, taro cake. What's the best flavor for the cake? Go ahead, Group 7, and answer the question.
Okay, can I ask? Can I answer?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. The best taste of the taro cake, I bought the original, and that's the best.
Okay, Is that clear enough, Zagurari?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. A question from Nareswa Adinda Putri. How long can Talas Bogor last? I believe that's a question for Group 7. Go ahead, Group 7. Group 7?
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, we'll give the time for you. Maybe while we wait for Group 7.
Okay, so
okay.
I think I will answer the question again. So the resistance of lapis bogor sangkuriang at room temperature can be up for 4 days, and if in refrigerator, it can last up to 7 days.
Okay, thank you, Jasmine. Nareswa Adinda Putri, is that clear enough for you? Okay, thank you, Jasmine, for answering the question. All right, next question from Miss Afra Fitriani. Maybe you can tell me about your experience when you get the vaccine. What do you feel? Group 8, I believe this is a question for you. Go ahead and answer the question.
Okay, I'm gonna answer that question. Can I?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. Hello, my name is Muhammad Faisal Fanji from Group 8. So my experience when taking a vaccine is, well, it just basically just inject some vaccine to my body. But then it just felt a little bit hurt and nothing changed. Maybe just a little bit fever and a headache and not so long. Around, yeah, an hour or maybe 2 hours, and that side effect is just, yeah, I think it's a short side effect, not like a day or a week. I think that's my opinion, my experience. I think.
Is that clear enough for you, Miss Afra Fitriani? Yes. Okay.
Thank you. Good job.
Right. Next question from Othniel L. L, go ahead and give your question.
Hello, my name is Othniel Anggerona Batubara, and I am from Group T, and I want to ask for Group 7. What is the difference between taro Bogor cake and taro cake in the other cities?
Okay, Group 7, I believe Othniel said, what is the difference between the Bogor's taro cake and taro cakes in other cities? Can you give your explanation, please, from Group 7? Group 7? Hello? Group 7? Group 7, hello.
Okay, sorry. Can you repeat the question?
So I believe Othniel said, what makes Bogor's taro cake different than any other taro cakes in other cities?
Oh, okay. Because the first one is about of the taro floor, because if nothing taro floor, it's just an ordinary cake in the countries.
Okay, is that clear enough for you, Othniel?
Yes, it's clear. Thank you so much.
All right, so with that said, we reached the end of the open Q&A.
William, can I ask?
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Liz.
I want to ask for both of them, two of group. The first one I want to ask to the group taro cake. My question is, based on my experience, there are a lot of brands of the taro cake. One of the famous one is Sangkuriang. Okay, there is the most famous taro cake. Okay, the question is, what makes Sangkuriang is more famous than the other brands? Okay, that's my question for group taro cake. And the question for group vaccine, my question is, there are many kinds of vaccines. That in Indonesia, we know Sinovac from China. Is it Pfizer? Is it the name of the vaccine from Pfizer? I forgot about that. Now, the opinion about you, based on your opinion, which one the best vaccine according to you? Okay, thank you.
Okay, group 7 or group 8, go ahead and answer the question that was given from Ms. Chika.
Okay, I think I will answer the question. So the reason why Taro Bogor cake is more famous than other cake is because Taro Bogor cake is high carbohydrate and then talas is good for diet also, and it's good for stomach too, and then it has a delicious taste. And in this cake, Taro Bogor cake, it contains rich vitamin and mineral. So it's the reason why Taro Bogor cake is more famous than other cake. Thank you.
Okay, group 8, question from Mishika. Go ahead and answer the question.
Okay, I'm gonna answer that question. Well, the best vaccine, if we are talking it in the world, not in just in Indonesia, it's the Pfizer, because they are just had a little bit of side effect and they are already used in most countries in the world. And then if we are talking about Indonesia, the best one I think is the Sinovac, because well, almost all of us maybe use it because the government have a deal with the Chinese government to take their vaccine and inject it in people of Indonesia. Is that good enough?
Mishika, is that clear enough? The answers from group 7 and group 8?
Okay, for group 8, for group 8, it's so clear. But for group 7, my question is the brand of Sangkuriang. Okay, my question is why the brand of Sangkuriang is more famous, okay, than the other brands. Okay, we know there are taro cakes from Sangkuriang, from Kabayan, from where is it, Bunga Bakery. Okay, a lot of brands. Okay, why the Sangkuriang is the most famous? That's my question.
Group 7?
Okay, can I ask for discussion first?
Oh, yes, go ahead. While we wait for their discussing, Ms. Abra Fitriani once again asked a question. Why do you choose the theme about culinary Bogor taro cake, but maybe a lot of another food? Oh, it's from the same group. Group 7, I believe there's a question for you. Maybe someone can answer it from group 7.
Okay, sorry. Can you repeat?
Ms. Afrafichiani said, why do you choose the theme about culinary Bogor taro cake? But there's maybe a lot of another food.
Oh, okay. First, why I chose theme Taro Bogor cake? Because the Taro Bogor cake has a nutritional content not less good, and the Taro Bogor cake has a good nutritional and others. That's
okay, Ms. Afra Fitriani, is that clear enough?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Group 7, the question from Ms. Shika, are you guys already discussed it? Group 7? Yes, go ahead and answer the question.
Okay, I will answer. So I think the brand is famous because the Sangkuriang is the first because the Sangkuriang is the first one who make this Lapis Taro Bogor cake.
Is that clear enough for you, Ms. Chika?
Okay, yes, because the Sangkuriang is the pioneer. Okay, like our class, pioneer class, right? Okay, thank you.
Okay, we have reached the end of the open Q&A sections with all the questions that have been answered by each group. Then we can to an end of our Pesat Speaks Up today. There will be another Pesat Speaks Up next week though. The day and the time will be the same. For further information, but Pesat Speaks Up will be informed by the teachers or your classmate. Before we hear a word from our special guest, let's hear the conclusion from each group. How about we hear a conclusion from Group 7? Go on, Group 7. What's your conclusion about the topics that you just presented?
Okay, so the conclusion from this presentation is Taro Bogor cake is a culinary that comes from Bogor, Indonesia, and this culinary is already over the world. And this cake is healthy too, and besides the delicious taste, in this cake is contains rich vitamin and mineral. Okay, thank you.
All right, Group 8, what's your conclusion about the topics that you just presented?
Okay, I'm Muhammad Faisal Fanji. Well, the conclusion is every vaccine has their own advantage and disadvantage, and then they have their own side effect too. But don't trust any other any other news besides the official news from maybe the official website of the vaccine manufacturer or something like that, or the big company like BBC or something else. So there are several fake news too. Be careful of that. Vaccine is not dangerous and it won't kill you. Okay, I think that's enough.
Okay, fantastic conclusions from each group 7 and 8. All right, thank you for everyone for joining our Pesat Speaks Up today. I hope all of us learned a couple new things from the group that just presented today. I would like to remind for all participants one more time to fill in the presence form in the chat box. See you guys next week in Pesat Speaks Up. I will pass this meeting back to our host, Zanita. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, William. Before we close this presentation, is there any comments from Mr. Iwan Setiawan, SPD as educator and English teacher of SMA Plus Pagari Cibinong, and Ms. Afra Fitriani SS MPD as the Vice Principal of Public Relations at SMA Plus Pagari Cibinong? Or maybe our homeroom teacher, Ms. Lariska Saptiani SPD?
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity, Zaneta. I would like to say that's a very good presentation from both of the groups. Yeah, from Group 7, we got new information about Talas Bogor, a cake, and then from the Group 8, we know more about vaccines. Yeah, that when we want to go to abroad, that we have to get booster vaccine. Yeah. I think that's both of you has given us not only good presentation, but also many new information for us. Thank you very much for the presentation. I think that's enough for me. Thank you.
Okay, Miss Afra, do you want to say something, Miss?
Okay, thank you. But I said, Miss Chika, I'm so speechless. Yeah, I'm so speechless. I don't know what I want to say about this moment. But both of you, both of the group, I think very good, very amazing. Yeah. pokoknya I don't know. So I'm very proud of you. Yeah, English pioneer class maybe ya. I'm very proud of you guys. So make me feel happy to join your class. Thank you, Miss Chika. Thank you, Mr. Iwan. Thank you, Miss Sriwilujeng, and all of you guys. Love you so much. And I don't know, so I'm very happy to join with you guys. I give or I get more information about tadi culinary, Bogor, and then about the vaccine. So you are very good. Thank you, Miss Chika. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Miss Afra. Okay. Before I want to say something to you guys, I really appreciate. I want to say thank you for the teachers who can join with us, like Miss Tiwi and Miss Sriwilujeng. Thank you so much for watching us today. And for all of you, for the participants and for the presenter, absolutely. Don't care about the trouble. You are good. You have did well. Okay, so don't make you down if there is trouble, because everything will not go well. Okay, but you can solve it. Okay, so don't make you down, and I'm really proud of you. Okay, you have did well. You are a great job. You are a great team. I like it that. And we will always do everything together. Keep in touch, yeah, guys. Okay, that's enough from me. Zaneta, I'll give it back to you.
Okay, thank you, Miss and Mr. for the comments. Before we end the presentation, I remind you to fill the attendance list on the chat box. And please turn on your camera because I'll be taking the picture.
Okay, everyone, turn on the camera. Dafa, can you turn on your camera?
Okay.
Rido, Alia, Vitaya, Miss Ilma, can you turn on your camera? Thank you for joining.
1, 2, 3. Okay, wait.
Okay.
Okay, the next slide. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's it for today. And once again, thank you for attending this Pusat Speaks Up. Stay healthy and see you next week. So, Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Good job, guys.
Bye-bye.
See you next time. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Miss. Okay, I'll end
Okay,
this
bye-bye.
meeting. Bye-bye, everyone.